Hello, my darlings. How are you? Welcome back to Love Alchemy Tarot. This is Valentina. I am a dating and relationship coach, clinical hypnotherapist, and tarot card reader. And I am the creator of the R.E.S.E.T method. I sometimes infuse my readings as well as my coaching sessions with the principles of the law of assumption. And I also bring a lot of other learning from psychology and spirituality into my readings. So, like my kind of readings, then I invite you to subscribe to get the kind of messages that I share with you on a regular basis, and also to check out my meditations on this channel, where I also share some of the hypnotic tools that I use in my day-to-day life. So today, without further ado, I want to do a reading about what are the messages that you need to hear, what is the current energy in your connection, and what do you need to know about your relationship. So it's clearly a reading for those who are with someone, who already have someone in your mind. It may be someone that you are speaking with and you're encountering some challenges, or it could be someone that is maybe in separation from you. So let's see what the cards have to say today. I'm using my favorite deck, Arcanum Tarot. So Spirit, can you tell me what is the current energy between my viewer and their significant other, the person on their mind? I'm going to take 3 cards for the common energy, the shared energy between the two of you. And then I'm going to use different decks for your energy and theirs. I love this kind of side-by-side readings because it gives me a good picture of what's really happening. Okay, fantastic. So the first card that came is the Page of Swords. The second card that came is the Tower in reverse. It's going to be like this, in reverse. And then the third energy is the beautiful Four of Wands. Excellent. So the energy between the two of you is all about communication. It's all about maybe managing change. So for me, Tower in reverse is speaking of a situation where you know that things are not right, you know that maybe there is a shaky foundation to your relationship, but you are actually taking action towards it. So you don't wait until everything crashes down, but you're taking it easy. You communicate with each other. You're curious about each other with a Page of Swords. You're taking action towards each other, opening up the channels of communication so that you can have this Four of Wands, marriage, commitment, and everything that you desire. This is beautiful energy. And at the bottom of the deck, sorry, we have Temperance in reverse and the High Priestess and the King of Cups. Beautiful energy. So Temperance in reverse speaks of the fact that, however, there is a lack of balance in this connection between your masculine and feminine energies. But there also maybe has been some impatience. Maybe things have been moving quite fast. Maybe you've wanted this Four of Wands, this marriage and commitment, and you are losing patience. And that's maybe what is causing this tower to tremble a little bit. And that's why you need to manage this transition. Okay, so this is the connecting energy between you and your partner. And I'm trying to decide which decks to use for this. For yourself, I feel that the viewer is the feminine in this connection. So you don't have, I'm not talking about gender, you don't have to be a female watching this to be representing the feminine energy here. And because of that, I'm going to use this deck, which is Mythic Goddess Tarot, which is a beautiful deck, difficult to shuffle, but I'm going to use it for you. So I'm going to put this here. And for your partner, I'm going to use my Harmony Tarot, because this is what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to achieve harmony between you and your significant other. So I'm just going to quickly shuffle this deck a few times. Oops. I'm not doing this very well today, but hopefully I'll get there. I'm seeing 3 of Wands in reverse. So hopefully that means that if there was any heartbreak, any betrayal, any sadness and separation between you and your partner, you are ready to heal that. But yes, it has been a difficult, challenging relationship because we have the 9 of Wands here. So I'm seeing that this is potential a soul partnership, maybe even a twin flame, but we're going to see this as we go forward with the tarot. So what is really going on with my viewer's partner? So the person on their mind, how are they feeling about this connection? What is going on for them? All right, we have 3 jumpers. They go really fast. Bottom of the deck energy, Page of Swords in reverse. So Page of Swords in reverse is this energy of lack of communication. So maybe the partner is not coming towards you. You're not speaking about this. So maybe part of what this tower represents here, even if it's in reverse, is that the partner is in 2 of Swords energy, which is stagnation. Maybe they're feeling stuck. Maybe they're not quite sure how to reach this state of 4 of Wands, of happily ever after. So there is maybe some inner conflict in your partner, not knowing where to take this connection, how to move forward. Wow. And then we also have the 2 of Pentacles. So there's a little bit of juggling or trying to find balance of figuring out, okay, if I stay with this partner, where am I going to go? Is this the right choice for me? So I feel that your partner is right now in 2 minds about this situation, really trying to understand where you can find some stability, some common ground, some foundation for building a connection with each other. And you already have here 3 pages. You have the first Page of Swords in the common energy between the 2 of you, in the shared energy. You have the Page of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. And you also have the Page of Pentacles in their energy. So trying to find some sort of stability, maybe trying to come towards you with an offer of stability, so that you really put this tower back in a position where things can work out. Okay, so now let's find out what is blocking this connection. What is blocking your partner on making this shift forward, for coming out of this this stagnation. So first of all, we have the 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles, of course, is this card of feeling rejected and abandoned and not appreciated for what they've been bringing into this connection. So clearly, with the Tower in reverse, the Page of Swords between you, there is a need for each of you to really communicate how you're feeling. But currently, your partner has felt rejected and abandoned. This is maybe why they are in 2 of Swords and 2 of Pentacles energy, trying to decide, should I really stay in this connection if I don't feel loved, if I don't feel that this partner is truly appreciating me for who I am and what I bring to the table? Does it really make sense for me to stay? So there is this conflict, head and heart. Maybe their heart says, yes, I love this person, they're important to me, I want to have a life with them. But then in the head they say, yes, but they're not really loving me, they're not really giving me what I need, so I don't know what to do. And here we have the Magician in reverse. So the Magician in reverse can be a card of slight immaturity or a blockage in manifestation, not knowing how to take control, not knowing how to communicate their feelings. Very often when we feel rejected and abandoned, we really struggle to come forward to express those feelings, because vulnerability is difficult. It's not the easiest thing in the world to say, hey, I've actually been hurt. I would like more attention, more affection from you, and I'm not getting it. But there is forward momentum with the 3 of Wands. So clearly, there has been some stagnation. There has been some sort of attempts to try to balance this relationship. Maybe he hasn't had the answer. I don't know why I say he. The significant partner, the significant other, has not really known what the answer was, but they are starting to make some moves. So they are starting to decide that, okay, I need to walk towards my happiness, towards the sun here. If I don't do anything and I stay stuck and I don't take any action, nothing is going to change. You know what they say, nothing changes if nothing changes. So there is this potential that your partner will move towards action. But because it's in the block position, they have not yet found the tools. The magician is that energy that has all the tools in the box that can make anything happen. But your partner, maybe because they have this wound of abandonment and rejection, they have not dared to take all their or their knowledge or their power into their own hands and to manifest this shift into the future, this power to move towards the desired outcome. So let's find out, what are their intentions? Let's say, what are their intentions towards this connection? Ooh, all right, we have 2 cards. Interesting. One more, please. All right. We have 3 cards now for intentions, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Cups in reverse. So they are not going anywhere. So their intentions are to stay around. They're not leaving this hole behind. They are incapable of leaving it behind. They also want to drop the weapons with the 5 of Swords in reverse. So they're not really looking to leave from this situation. Let's see what the actual cards have to say. The first one that I saw was the 8 of Swords in reverse. So this is wonderful news, because obviously what has stopped your partner from moving forward has been this belief that he or she had, that they were not being appreciated and loved, that they were rejected, abandoned, and left out in the cold. But with the 8 of Swords in reverse, this means that they realize that this is just a story, this is just a belief that they have, and that in fact they are free to move forward and take this action to move the relationship to a different ending. And here we have the Wheel of Fortune upright, which is great, because it means even the universe is working in your favor and things are starting to shift. The wheel has started turning in your favor towards the desired outcome. Your partner is getting out of their limiting beliefs. They're going out of the mental prison that has been keeping them stuck for a certain period of time, however long that was. And now they are maybe willing to come forward with communication, because whatever divine stop was on this connection, to give each of you the opportunity to recognize that in fact you could manifest any outcome that you want, and also that you need to take action. That, I always say that God gives, but he or she doesn't put it in your bag or on your lap. So it means that we have to act towards manifesting the life and relationships of our dreams. And here you have the Hangman in reverse, which means that whatever period of stagnation and observation has come to an end. So finally, your partner's intentions are to come out of isolation and observation, and to take action and finally move things forward. That's fabulous. So let's also find out, what advice do you need to deal with your partner's side of the story? So what is the advice for my viewers, please? What is the advice that they need in order to move forward with this connection? What is the advice that they need? Okay, well, all right. We have interesting cards here, I think. At the bottom of the deck, we have, the Fool. So I think the universe is telling you to take the leap of faith, to trust, to believe that it's possible for you to start a brand new journey with this person. Yes, it may have been complicated. Yes, there has been potential for a tower moment. But with the Fool here in reverse at the bottom of the deck, the message is from the subconscious, what you don't see coming. The message says, yes, you have to trust and to believe that things are gonna happen as they should. And here we have 5 of Wands in reverse. 5 of Wands in reverse says that, yes, you need to drop the weapons. You need to let go of whatever conflict, challenges. Maybe you are saying you need to do X, Y, Z to move forward. Maybe you're not coming towards me enough. Maybe you're not giving me enough. Whatever it is, it's time to drop the war path, because it's not leading in any good place. So the advice here is to say, actually, You have the potential for a wish fulfillment, but be careful not to overindulge, not to ask for too much. Sometimes when someone makes us an offer of love, we think we want everything. And for me, the message is, yes, you can have everything, but you don't have to expect everything. You can take things slow, and you can find that balance. And here with the lovers, you have to believe that you have a divine union with this person that is possible, but also you need to choose which parts of this union you want to live short term versus long term. So yes, it is possible. The advice is simply to trust that things are happening, that you are protected. Look at this big angel kind of watching over you. You have all these divine protection with the Wheel of Fortune. So the advice is to say, yes, don't worry about it. Someone up there is taking care of it. So I'm going to put it here still on your partner's side, even though it's advice for you, because I think it's advice as to what they need, or what you need to do towards them to help them on this journey to see things differently. And now I'm going to use this Mythic Goddess tarot deck, even if it's hard to shuffle, to see what is your energy. So Spirit, what is my viewer's energy towards their significant other? That's way too many then. Too many, I know, difficult. I can't even hold them in my hands. I have small hands. Well, I don't have small hands, but these cards are huge. So what's the energy of my viewer? Let's see. I don't know if it's going to be a long section because it's so difficult. The first card we have, Six of Pentacles, equal give and take. Wonderful. So you want to give and receive equally. So there's generosity. All right. Okay, good. We have some nice cards here. Let's see them first before I shuffle anymore. Let's see, bottom of the deck energy. The Fool. And interesting. So optimism. So the cards and Spirit say here that yes, you are optimistic. You believe that there is potential for you to start something new with this partner, and you are ready for a new beginning. You are willing to be generous. Maybe they haven't felt like there was a lot of generosity. They're in Five of Pentacles energy. You're in Six of Pentacles energy. Maybe that is just their limiting belief. Maybe it's a story that they told themselves, which actually has nothing to do with you. It could be very easily a story that they told themselves from the past, from previous relationships, from childhood. And maybe your role in their life is to teach them that actually they can have everything that you want. Here we have the Knight of Wands, this free spirit, so in reverse. So the Knight of Wands normally talks about inconsistent, about being hot and cold. But with the Nine of Wands in reverse, it's telling me that maybe whatever inconsistency was there from your side, maybe you weren't quite sure. The same energy here, your partner was also in two minds about things. So maybe it's time for you to be very specific about and very clear with this Queen of Swords, to rationally think about, okay, what is it that I need to tell my partner so that they do not feel abandoned and rejected? I need to be very clear with my communication. I need to go towards them with a rational explanation for why I behaved the way I did. And then we have this Knight of Swords, action-oriented, but with this Knight of Swords in reverse, this says that, maybe it is not up to you to take action. Maybe it's time for you to just create this sense of balance and to open the door for your partner to come towards you. So this is positive energy. You're looking good with this. And I have one more card that turned around, which I'm going to take because it is the Three of Pentacles in reverse, which is about learning. To me, the Three of Pentacles is actually about building a solid foundation. So maybe the message here is that you also need to continue learning about this connection, learning about your partner. Maybe you haven't yet learned the lessons that you needed to learn about this situation, and the universe is just reminding you that there's always more to learn and to grow. So now, what is blocking my viewer from taking this relationship to the next level? What's the block for my viewer, please, on my viewer's side? What is the block for them? All right, we have one card here that turned, which is the Fool. Okay. Interesting. What's the block for my viewers? And one more, please. What is blocking my viewers from healing this connection and from creating this Four of Wands outcome? I know you want commitment. I know you want marriage, but let's see what's blocking. Should I take all of these? Or I'll take, there are a lot of them, but I'll take them. Let's see. Bottom of the deck, Two of Swords, difficult choices. So both of you have felt that there are some difficult choices needed in this connection. With the Six of Swords, this card speaks of healing, speaks of moving on to calmer waters. With this in reverse, it's telling me that maybe the healing has been delayed, that you have not yet been ready or able to move towards calmer waters in this relationship. But we had the Fool first. I'm going to put it here. So yes, there is a need for you to take a leap of faith. There is a need for you to trust that a new beginning is possible and needed in this relationship, and that maybe there is a need for you to now leave the past behind and move towards calmer waters. But I don't mean leaving the relationship behind. It's just leaving the overthinking, the thoughts that were blocking you in the connection. You have a lot of swords in this reading. So you have the Seven of Swords, betrayal. So here the blocks, like you may have felt betrayed. You may have felt that something was not quite right. There may have been some secrets here, although I don't see any message at all, any energy of a third party or not being completely honest. However, with the Magician in reverse, maybe your partner was not really trusting themselves enough to be vulnerable. So there was a lack of vulnerability, maybe because out of these patterns of rejection and abandonment. So there was this energy where you may have felt betrayed, maybe because your partner didn't trust you, maybe because you were trying to show them that you loved them, that you were generous, and you're reciprocating their level of commitment. But you may have felt betrayed, like that was not there. So here we have the Ten of Cups in reverse, union. So maybe you didn't believe that this relationship was destined for union. Maybe you didn't think that it was going to happen. So you had this blockage thinking, well, that's never going to go there. So why am I going to bother? And then also you have this Eight of Swords in reverse, the same card. You're mirroring your partner with the Ace of Swords here. So you've also been blocked by limiting beliefs, by stories that you've told yourself. Maybe you didn't believe that your partner loved you. Maybe you didn't believe that it was worth building something together, that this union and the happily ever after was not possible for you. But the universe is telling you that you need to leave all of that behind and approach this relationship maybe differently. You have creativity, Page of Cups in reverse. So it means that maybe you have not felt very inspired on how to move forward with this connection. And Seven of Pentacles rewards, you did not feel that your effort and your investment in this relationship has paid off for you just yet. But the message here is that you will have triumph, you will have success, you will have recognition if you keep going, if you keep removing these inner barriers and blocks, and that the relationship will actually end with this Ten of Wands. So I am actually going to get, what card should I get? What deck should I get? I'm going to get the Telepathy Oracle cards to see what is the potential outcome of this connection. What's the potential outcome for my viewer and their partner? What is the current most likely potential for my viewers in the current situation? What do they need to know about the potential of this relationship? Oops. Wow, a lot. Let's start again. I drop all the cards on the floor. So there's a lot of potential here. And also, I think that tower keeps wanting to crash down because I keep getting cards that go down, even though I have a lot of space here. So here we go. We have quite a few cards. I'm going to take all of them because they really wanted to come. So the first card that I see here is recognition. Recognition speaks of the fact that the universe will help you recognize signs and miracles. So this says that you really need to pay attention to what is happening around you. You're going to notice when shifts are happening because the universe will give you signs. I'm actually going to take some some angel cards for you with numbers so that you understand what sort of signs you can possibly look out for. And then here we have Cupid. Love is in the air when Cupid is around. So there is clearly love in this connection. It's absolutely no doubt for me with the Lovers and the Four of Wands that there is love and that both of you are actually trying to manifest something really powerful here. Spirit says your spirit is about to be sublimated, which to me is a message of awakening, that you are going to receive messages from spirit, but also that your spirit will start getting more open towards the things that are happening. And I say this because I just noticed there is this card here, acceleration. Acceleration says speed up and chase the results that you want. So there is a lot of need for action. There are so many swords in this particular reading. So there's definitely a need for you to speed up your own healing. Your partner is doing their own healing. Things are going to accelerate in this relationship, and the outcome is quite clear. You're going to start seeing that there's value in these things. So you have value here. Focus on things that you value. Decide why this relationship is important to you. Why is it valuable to have this partner in your life? And then here you also have boundaries. Having sensible boundaries is important. That means that the potential for you to heal this connection is very high with Cupid and acceleration. So right now you just need to focus on where you are. You need to focus on giving yourself and each other all the reassurance that you need, and to have strict boundaries, clear boundaries, and to communicate those to your partner. And I'm going to leave you now with just a few messages from the angels, just to see what kind of signs you're supposed to be watching out for. So, Spirit, what are some messages for my viewers? What do they need to look out for currently in this connection? One more, please. One more. I didn't see what that was. Okay. I have 3 cards. So the first one that came out is 1515, creativity. So we had creativity before. Creativity says keep accessing the creative connection that you feel to the divine. This whisper speaks through your creative connection, allowing you to express the beauty that is within you and connect you to the love that is around you. The affirmation that you can repeat when you see this repetition of number 1515 is, creativity is my birthright. As I express my creativity, I feel a beautiful flow of love and connection. How beautiful is that? And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, which is persistence. Persistence says keep going. You have completed a task that is in alignment with your soul's journey. The divine is, oh my God, I can't say this word. The divine is letting you know that it sees you and all your persistence is paying off. You are being acknowledged. Wonderful. And the affirmation is, I take steps to stay in alignment with my soul's journey, and I reap the benefits and rewards of my persistence. And then the final message here is 1313. This number, if you see this repetition of numbers, the angels are telling you this is all about clarity. So as the storm passes, the clarity is felt faster than lightning is seen against the dark sky. The divine is reminding you that clarity is readily available, and all you have to do is ask. You have weathered the storm, and now the sky is clearing. How beautiful. And the affirmation that you can use when you see this repetition of numbers is, loving energy surrounds me, and I trust that the clarity I feel is the answer I need. What a beautiful message to end this reading. So thank you, my loves. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated. If it resonated, leave me a like, a heart, a share, subscribe if you feel that these messages land well with you and that I'm tapping into your energy. And I hope to see you at my next reading. Sending you lots of love and light. And have a beautiful day. Take care.